Hi everyone, it's your girl Mayday Mayhem. I'm hoping you can hear me better. I'm guessing last time it was an issue with the microphone. I really wanted to come live earlier, but it's snowing here in the Midwest, and I am in Chicago, near Chicago in the Midwest. So it's snowing here, and yeah, your girl had to shovel some snow, and that's what I've been doing majority of the day. So I had to record. So majority of my videos are pre-recorded. So I had to take time out during the day, and the children were homeschooled, which they probably will be homeschooled the rest of the week. So I'm going to recap um, about Charisma and what happened and how we got here. And it was a few questions that I did read in the comments below, and I do thank you for the comments because that helps me improve on what quality of content to bring, and also to get to answer the questions that you may have in regarding the cases. So it was also a question in regard of the Chicago Strangler, and I have my answer to that. Well, rather my opinion to that, and my evidence to support my opinion to that. But first, let's get to Charisma. Okay. All right. Okay, this is Charisma. What happened? Come on back up. All right. Charisma, she came up missing on January 23rd. Now, about 10:15, between 10:15 and 10:17 a.m. This was a Sunday. She came up missing. Now, she left home telling her family she'll be back. Now, this is as you can see, beautiful 20-year-old young lady. Graduated from high school, college, going to be a nurse, had a job, like I said, living in home with mom and dad, um, you know, doing her own thing. As you can see, had her own little car, and she left home. Things did not look right because she did not go to school and she did not go to work. So, of course, being concerned parents, they called 911. Now, real quick, this is where things get interesting. Now, as I stated before, Forest View is I live on the outskirts of Chicago, which what you would call a suburb of Chicago. If anyone is from Chicago, like I'm from Chicago, like I'm from the west side of Chicago, like the west side. But I moved to like the western sort of suburb of Chicago as I got older. And then anybody from Chicago here, like Forest Park, Cicero, Oak Park, Maywood, Bellwood, Bridgeview, Forest View, Berwyn. You hear those names like that. Those are like western like suburbs. Okay. And when you say western suburbs, they're like literally on the cuffs of Chicago. Like literally Like literally, Chicago is, if this street right here is Chicago, you can literally cross the street right here and be in Oak Park. Literally like that. And guess what? If you want to cross the street again, let's say you walk down another block and cross another street, you can be in Riverside, Illinois. You know, if you cross, like a lot of Chicago kids, they come to North Riverside, Illinois mall to shop, because on the west side, that's one of the malls the kids go to. And the south side kids that are closer to like I want to kind of say Inglewood, but I don't want to say Inglewood because that would be too far southeast. But they would Southers, most on the south side, more by like, want to say like midway towards, would go to Ford City Mall. You know what I'm saying? So if you are from the west side, you would know like North Riverside Mall. And if you're from the south side, you would know more about Ford City Mall. You know what I'm saying? So these little towns are very close to Chicago. They're very, very close. Very close. Like within blocks. Like you can cross the street and be in Oak Park. Like, this is Chicago. Cross the street, you're in Oak Park. That's what I was saying in the first video. Like, it's very important to understand that these cities are very, very close to each other. These towns are very, very close to each other. You can cross one street, and these towns are very small. Like, these towns are, sometimes you can pass through 2 and 3 towns and don't even know you passed through 2 and 3 towns. Like, literally. Like, when they say you can take Route 66 from New York to California, you really can. And you will literally pass through Chicago all the way through Cicero, Berwyn, North Riverside, Lyons, Brookfield. You've heard of Brookfield Zoo. Those are one of the bigger zoos in the Chicagoland area. You have Brookfield and Lincoln Park Zoo. Those are one of the main attractions that you come to in Chicago. I'm just trying to tell you how close these little towns are and their marketing value to Chicago. You know, even oh God, it was one little amusement park that was out here that everyone used to go to when I was a kid. But it was a little amusement park everyone used to go to. But it wasn't in Chicago, but Chicago promoted it. But it was in the little mini suburbs, you know, just like Brookfield Zoo is in Brookfield, Illinois, which is a western suburb of Chicago. But it's so close. That's why I wanted to make it so clear that these little suburbs and towns are very, very, very close. And when you hear that Charisma was found in Chicago, she was found in the Austin area, which is literally right across the street from Oak Park. Like, if you cross the street, like I was just saying, if you're in Chicago and you cross the street to Oak Park, you cross the street, you're in Oak Park. It's literally like that. That's literally how she was found. And the circumstances on which she was found. Just like right now in Chicago, we are under a well, especially out here in the suburbs, what they would call suburbs, we are under a winter advisory where that's why the children didn't go to school. They've been homeschooled, and they'll probably be homeschooled the rest of the week because of the weather. The weather was something like this when Charisma went missing. It was like this. So when we go back to how she went missing, she went missing from her Forest View home, like I said, about 10:15, 10:17 a.m. And she said she'll be back. They got worried. She didn't come home. They started looking for her. Now, her car and everything had been missing. She had been missing. Like I said, she was going to be a nurse. She had graduated high school. She graduated in class of 2020. And don't forget, that's when the pandemic hit. So she was one of those children that graduated when the pandemic hit. And my daughter was one of those kids that graduated when the pandemic hit. And they actually had a drive-through graduation where the kids would get out, and if you had a camera, you took pictures of them and you watched them walk up on the stage. They said their names and you took pictures, and they got back in the car and you drove off. They literally had a walk-through, like drive-through graduation, because that's all they could do because we had the pandemic in 2020. So Charisma experienced that. And like I said, she was so small. She was only 5'2". She had red hair, green eyes. They described the tattoos on her body. Everyone said she was friendly. But see, this is where I talk about Oak Park and why Oak Park is very, very, very important. Here, police determined that her phone pinged in Oak Park around 1 a.m. Okay? About 1 a.m. with a friend. Her family and them drove around on Oak Park. Now, pinged around Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Now, you have to understand, we were in a snowstorm. Sunday it snowed because everyone woke up Monday morning. Us parents having to take the kids to school. We woke up the 24th to nothing but snow everywhere. We had to dig the kids out. I took my kids to school, dug out my car, and had to move the car because of street cleaning days and everything. And that's something else that you have to understand that's very consistent out here in these little mini towns. They're very consistent with street cleaning. Very, very diligent. They will ticket your behind in a hot second out here. They do not play. They will get your ass. They will get you. They tickets maybe about $50 or $75. They add up. They do. But they will ticket you for snow removal or street cleaning day. And especially with as much snow as we get, people were trying to hurry up and move their cars. Now, the streets that I stay on, we didn't have to move our cars, but everyone, of course, was trying to dig their cars out because we know, of course, everyone else had to. So everyone was outside trying to dig out their cars. Tuesday is the same thing. Wednesday is the same thing. Thursday is the same thing. It goes down the same way in Oak Park. All of these little suburbs are the same way, and they have certain days that they clean certain streets. Like Monday, they might clean the streets going from east to west, only on this certain street, only on this side of Oak Park. It depends. Or Tuesdays, they might only clean the streets going only north. Wednesday, they might only clean streets going only south. Thursday, they might clean streets only going east. Friday, they might clean streets only going west. They might get a rest on Sundays, on Saturdays, no street cleaning. They have certain days. And then each town has different days and different time zones when you can and cannot park there. Do you have a parking permit? Can you park here? Can you park here at certain times? So it's very limited on your parking in these areas. So it's very important that that phone pinged at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday, and her friends and family and stuff start driving around and looking for her car. That's important. That's important because she had been missing Sunday. She had been missing Monday. Everyone's cars was covered with snow Monday and Tuesday. Now here in Chicago also, we went into like a mini cold snap Wednesday. We went into like a mini little cold snap Wednesday. Thursday, it was cold. Friday was kind of starting to warm up. Thursday and Friday kind of starting to warm up. And they found her in her car Friday in the back seat. They announced to the public Saturday that she was found and let us know Sunday that she was strangled and suffocated in her back seat of her car. And the car had been there since Monday. Now, if her car had been there since Monday, that means her body had been there since Monday. So whoever the fuck, excuse my language, I'm sorry, I get passionate about this because it makes me angry. So whoever had that phone on Oak Park Avenue Tuesday at 1 a.m., whoever had her phone, because don't forget, they said that car has been parked outside over here where they found her body out in the Austin neighborhood, over here on 59th in Iowa, on the west side in the Austin neighborhood. That's where they found her body at. That's where she was found at. In her back seat. Now, she can't drive herself there. She can't strangulate or suffocate herself. Now, we know obviously it was a homicide. We do know this. So, I'm just saying, we know this. Whoever had that phone at 1 a.m. at Tuesday that turned it on and it pinged and her family and friends start going in that Oak Park area, driving up and down blocks looking for her car. They either cut that phone off. Whatever they did with that phone is whatever they did with that phone. That phone, whoever got that phone or whoever had that phone or turned on that phone is the person responsible for what happened to Charisma. You are the person, that's the person or persons responsible for what happened to her. They know what happened. Because what are you doing with her phone? Don't forget, the car's been parked there since Monday. The phone pinged Tuesday at around 1 o'clock in the morning in Oak Park. That makes no sense. She wouldn't have been pinging the phone Tuesday, and they was looking in Oak Park. Like again, Oak Park is only a couple of blocks away from where her car was found in Chicago around 59th Street and Iowa, that's only a couple of blocks away from Oak Park. Like I said, these little towns and streets out here is very, very, very close. Very close. You can be in central Stickney in 2 blocks and then go 3 or 4 blocks over and be in Chicago right across the street from Midway Airport. It's literally, these streets is literally that twisted out here. You can be in these different areas just like that. And it's literally like that. So if they was driving around in Oak Park, wherever that phone pinged at, that wasn't even 5 miles outside of where that car was found at, where the phone pinged at, because depending on where part of Oak Park is big, but it's not that big. It's not that big. And where her car was found at is kind of on that little cuffs area of where it's kind of on that cuffs of where she was found at. Because see, she was found on the 5900 block of West Iowa Street Friday. That's where she was found at. Now, she had been there since, that car had been there since Monday. See, they said the car had been parked there since Monday morning. According to the police report, the car had been parked there since Monday morning. So obviously people had noticed that car had been parked there. Allegedly, someone had noticed that car had been parked there since Monday morning. Because let's not forget, it was a snowstorm Sunday. Like I said in my last video, maybe you weren't able to hear me. I don't know if I had a malfunction with my headset. That's why I'm here visibly so you can see me. I don't know, because me and my neighbors, when we came outside and looked, we was like, whoa, we didn't even know it snowed. We had no clue it snowed Sunday. Everyone was in their house. So I'm assuming when the neighbors came out on this block of the 5900 block of Iowa, because also on that block is a church. It's a community center. It looks as though it's a quiet block. It looks as though don't too much or nothing happen on that block. I'm just saying, that's what it looks like to me. Don't too much or nothing happen on that block. I'm just saying. And someone asked, could this possibly tie into Chicago Strangler? And in my opinion, no, I don't think so. No. Why? Excuse me, take a sip of my cherry Coke. Because let me pull it up. If you can go to the unsolved female strangulations, they do have a website that you can go to. I will link it below in the description box, and it shows you, and you can even actually see on here how close these little towns are to Chicago. And there's a certain pattern that he does follow. Yes, some of these unsolved female strangulations are close and outside of Chicago, but it's a certain pattern that he follows, or she or they follow. It's a certain pattern. And it's such a misconception with these strangulation cases with the Chicago Strangler. It's not just one person that's committing all these crimes with the Chicago Strangler. it's multiple serial killers. It's multiple people doing these crimes. It's not just one, it's multiple. In the case with Charisma, she was not only strangled, but she was suffocated. In my case, in my opinion, I believe that was somebody she knew. Maybe somebody she gave a ride to because of the conditions it was outside here. Like I said, it was the conditions was kind of bad. It was snowing here. It wasn't nice conditions. And she was a nice kid. She wanted to help and look out for people and try to be a good person. So I think maybe now this is my opinion, allegedly somebody she knew, somebody she gave a ride to, allegedly, and things went sideways, things went left, and they did a senseless crime to a beautiful girl that didn't need this happening to her. Like, for real, like, what was the point of taking her life? For what reason? And this happens so many times. And that's another misconception, like with the Chicago Strangler. Like here's a small list. Now, it's over 54 women and counting that have been killed since 2001 by the Chicago Strangler. Now, we're looking at Miss Jackson. She was found in the alley. Miss Walker. Now, Nancy Walker, that's one that's crazy. Now, another thing that I don't like about the Chicago Strangler case, they try to classify all these women as prostitutes, women of the night, drug addicts, or runaways and all that and third. And that's far from the truth. They were not. Nancy Walker was not no streetwalker. She wasn't a prostitute. She wasn't a drug addict. She wasn't a runaway. She was a renowned business owner. She was a dancer. She was a contributing woman to society. She was a mother, an aunt, a sister. Take that back. I don't think she was a mother, but she was still somebody's child. But she was somebody. And they portray her as though, oh, she was just a prostitute. Oh, she was just messing with somebody. And, oh, no, she wasn't. Nancy Walker, she was found, she was supposed to meet with her sister for lunch. And she did not meet with her. They found her, 3 months later? On the side of a road, dismembered by a cleaning crew, and they had found that she had been strangled. Now, you try to classify that as, she was just dealing with some wrong people. No, that sounds like some personal stuff that needs to be more looked into, and you just sweep it under the rug. And to this day, her killer has never been found. Never been found. Miss Jones, found in an abandoned building. Miss Green, found in the alley. Miss Baracco, found in the alley. Miss Keeler, found in the garbage can. Miss Hall, found in the lot. Miss Thomas, found in an abandoned building. It goes on and on and on and on. But some of these women were not prostitutes. Some of these women were not drug addicts. One of these young ladies were pregnant. She was like 8 months pregnant. So you mean tell me, no, she was just a prostitute. Oh, she ran away. No, she did not. Now, we do know a lot of times when women come up missing or deceased and they're pregnant, a lot of times it is the domestic partner that has something to do with it. And even the family and others believe that maybe possibly her domestic partner could have had something to do with it. But no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. And a lot of times it has been looked at that these cases, along with the Chicago strangler cases, have been looked at because all of these women fit the criteria of being black or being a lower class that don't have the funds to fit the criteria to be looked for. Because let's not forget, Nancy Walker, she went missing around the time that Lacey Peterson went missing. Okay? She went missing around that same time, around that same time. She went missing after that time. Some women, one what is her name? Diamond. There actually was a case, a lead on her case with DNA evidence, and he was tagged with two people in her murder case. Now we can tag that with him with those, but you have 50 or 48 more other women. And some of these women are not even tied to a serial killer. This is just one killer that has gotten away with murder. You still have not Kiara Coles. That's another case that still has not been solved. 3 years. And she was a postal worker that was, again, pregnant, came up missing. So it's a stigma that's going on constantly, where we have, and it's not just black girls. It's happened to Hispanic girls. It's happening to white girls too. The lower class that's not being thought of or thought about or looked at. Now, yes, Charisma was found on the cuffs of the West Side, but do I believe she was killed there? No. Do I believe the strangler is responsible for killing her or taking her life? I don't know. In my heart, do I believe? No, I believe it was somebody she knew. In my heart, I believe it was somebody she knew. That's what I believe. I'm going with my gut. It was somebody she knew. Now, do I believe they're going to catch him? Him or her or them or they? Yeah, I believe they're going to catch him. Do I believe our justice system is going to do something? That's the problem. Now, see, that's where we have the problem at our justice system. They'll be caught, but then what is going to be the punishment behind it? Will there be a real punishment? Will they get a slap on the wrist? Will they get probation? What's going to be the consequences once this person is caught? Whether it's somebody she knew, was it somebody new she met? Was it a new friend? Was it someone new to her life that she thought she could trust? And this was a whole total creepazoid. Don't forget, we live in a world of technology where, you know, everyone thinks they know everybody because they meet them on the internet. Not saying that she would do that, but I'm just saying everyone is not what they say they are or what they say they portray to be on this little box that we live in now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying we have to look at all outlooks until we find this monster that did this to her and left her in the back seat of a car. And that all these other monsters that keep doing this and killing all these other girls. It's ridiculous. It really is. So, like I said, do I believe this one? No. No. And do I believe the Chicago Strangler is responsible for all the other strangler victims from 2001 up to now? No. But do I believe there's a serial killer out there? Yes, absolutely. Do I believe all women of color, whether you black, Hispanic, or woman white, or woman period, do I believe you need to be looking over your shoulder? Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you need to be watching? What are you doing over there, Bob? What are you doing? Do you need to be watching? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you never know. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Watch. Mm-hmm. Yes. Watch. Watch them. Watch them very closely. Because you don't know. Especially this day and time. Because there's no reason why this girl should not have came home. There's no reason why none of these girls. There's no reason why none of these young ladies right here should not have went on about their business where they was going. None of them. There's no reason none of these women should have not came home and went on about their business. None of them. There's no reason. There's no reason we are talking about these women are deceased, missing, or we don't know what happened to them, or we don't know who their killer is. There's no reason why. No reason. Or they all were women of the night, or they all were just living very risque lives. No, they weren't. No, they were not. No, they weren't. No, they were not. But it's the perception. Now it's given off a perception as though, oh, she was found on the west side. She must have been living a risque life. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. That's the perception of whomever has done this heinous crime is trying to give. Like I said, she wasn't even found deep in the west side. She was found on the cuffs by not too far from wherever that phone pinged at. Whoever had that phone, y'all, it involved or know who did it or with whoever did it. It's gonna come out. Whatever you do in the dark is gonna come to the light. Like whoever did it, you gonna get caught. You gonna get caught out. You might as well come forward now and just clear your conscience, because you're gonna get caught. It is what it is. You're gonna get caught. So clear your conscience. You know how many people got ring doorbells around here? You wouldn't believe it. It's impeccable. It really is. And people are starting to look back at their ring doorbells, and because that's how I found out. That's literally how I found out that she was missing, because I was looking up another case about these two other black children that are missing in Bloomington, Illinois, right around where Jelani Day came up missing at. And I was also researching a 40-year-old case about an Air Force woman that was found dead on the church steps in Florida, when Charisma's case popped up on my doorbell asking to share and have you seen her? She was missing. And I'm looking like, this girl looks familiar. And I just looked and I'm like, let me see, and pop it up and really look at it. And I shared it. And I'm trying to figure out who this girl with this red hair and all this. And that's how I figured out who she was and found out what was going on. So that's how I figured out what was going on with Charisma. And it's sad. This was a thriving young girl that could have been a doctor. Like I said, she was going to school to be a nurse. Who knows what she could have done? Who knows what any of these women could have done? Who knows what any of these women could have been? if their lives wouldn't have been cut short. And their killers need to come to justice. And some of their killers, they know who they are. And for some reason, the justice system will not put them in jail. They just will not. For some reason, they just will not. And they just continue to classify these women as prostitutes and women of the night, and they are not. They are not. They are not. So everybody just say a prayer for the Ehresman family, because Charisma didn't deserve this, and her killer gonna be found. They're gonna find who he is, or she, or them, or they, who did this to her, because it's not gonna go unnoticed. Because she was a good heart, good spirit, and she didn't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. No family should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. It's disgusting. And it's disrespectful. Like, why? This is a good kid. She did not deserve this. She really did not deserve it. So we have to say a prayer for the Ehresman family. And my sincere condolences go to them yet again. And I'm so sorry for their loss. They do have a GoFundMe for funeral costs. Her services will be coming up, I believe, soon. But the service that I really want to see is this creep or creeps caught for what they did to her, because it wasn't right. And all the other creeps caught for what they did to all these other women, because they killers need to be brought to justice too. And it's really messed up that women just can't be women, like just can't be free. Like, it's messed up, just can't be cool, just can't be free. It's just so wrong. So we're going to end this stream the way we end all streams. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And do better today than you did yesterday, and strive for a better tomorrow today. And I'll see you next time for another Mayday Mayhem Mystery. And again, I send my deepest condolences to the Ehresman family. And I will continue to spread awareness and keep a light lit in my heart and in the house for the killer to be caught, because this is ridiculous, and justice to come to the family. And if you have something on your doorbell or any kind of cameras, please let the Chicago Police Department know, or Forest View Police Department know. Let them know something so this killer can be caught, so this can stop. The only way this can stop is if we all step in and stop it together. That's the only way it's going to be stopped. So again, I thank y'all. Please like, please subscribe for more content like this. And again, this is a pre-recorded video. We're in the middle of a snowstorm here. So again, I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Until next time.